Okay, FM 101.7.
Na mame nkono me kodi nkomo we na me mra won chen.
Na kodi.
Larry Dogbe editor in chief Edima Herald the Bokrata. Me mo ache.
Me na Joseph.
Na boko de.
Sale me ho here. Na so.
Me so mo boko pa hu na mu wache.
So me sama. Yesu sike bi aba.
There be o yem na menya o na me kokora no.
Oh, me ntumi nya hwe ma wa obi try me tina publish am.
Ya ne china mpo. Ai.
Oh, how?
Enya de.
But yes, o di ama foko we biology class na.
But say one observe sadie no say emo a wo mo wo no.
It's true.
Wo mo wo o ma so no epie.
It's true.
Yeah. And now one more to kosua no sa no snakes no near the other. All my son impie even if they have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think so you need a biologist to explain.
Yes.
Not a veterinary.
Oh, okay, biology.
And to call University of Ghana, I'm sure you'll get somebody.
Okay.
Who could be of help. Yeah, the biology department.
Okay. Martin. Now, Larry.
Yes, sir.
PDS in some semi eba ye. Would one watum na baako a ne the Bokrata watcho greed and family fracas pops up in ECG PDS scandal. Na me we baako yes also wakonya wa chance on a document bi a kire se na hye bedwani eye owura ejapa mesa ono no were part of the PDS directorship no ne ade ade e ho asem to say
me na me try it here for.
O ma oni so kakra mame.
O say?
O ma oni so kakra mame
okay. But eh.
Okay.
Okay, say PDS and I say ECG takeover no. You are the first journalist to grant me an interview over sometime last year.
Last year, I was the first person. Yeah.
Exactly, and I remember that very well. And I told you, sir, there were things that are a beba, and that I didn't amount for, I mean, and Twasso. What is it, sir? You wanted to take up a strategic national asset that's now money, any experience. Will be any who are way cable 1 yard crowd, electricity cable 1 yard. And then they didn't have the financial muscle. They don't have the the technical know-how in managing a facility like that. Now, it is about politics, family and friends, connections to the presidency, and party, MPP party inclinations, and so many other things. And so, a national asset is a ECG ECO, and the conditions which are supposed to be precedent before the the thing is handed over, no, it's not there. Now, and see, at the time, started investigation in February last year. All through, we kept running teasers and so on, and out of the teasers, a lot of information came. We say, listen, me can't, we not say what to me, India, don't go there, but look at this person, and then it's the other guy, and so on. So we started investigating. But long story short, we got some documentations as well. Transactional, and we noticed. Before, let me start with one guy who came, David Asari. David Asari works with Zoom Lions. David Asari by your office, and then during an interview with him, he said that he's the owner of the company.
Owner of PDS and a company,
No, he's the owner of TG Energy Solutions. One of the companies that eventually formed PDS. He's the owner. So we asked, David, do you have under what condition do you procure this? Also, he brought in. He saw interest. He expressed interest in managing it. Do you have the technical know-how? So they could get a technical way. They could get expertise. You have the financial matters. So, I mean, Enukra, the company in the manner, he can use assets of ECG to procure a loan.
Me pacho, me bo.
Yeah.
Wabam ho, na bam ho na obey wabam for interview no obey.
No, on the basis that we had run a teaser, and then he had interest in whatever, he was affected by that teaser.
Okay.
Teaser is just, a notice, listen, you are working on this story, and I said, this story is about to roll.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just like you flash a headline or something. So, out of that, no buy.
Okay.
Yakasa, for some time. You have the expertise. He said they could go and get expertise from somewhere. David said he was the one who brought in the Miracle Manila company. The same David, said he is the owner of TG Energy Solutions. What he didn't know was that at the time we had spoken with what's his name? We had spoken to Philip Ayesu. And Philip Ayesu is the guy who runs the barber shop at East Legon.
Mm-hmm.
And Philip also said that he's the owner of the same company. Philip also suggests, yes. Philip also suggested that he was the one who got the Miracle guy. Then there was another officer with Joseph Edu. Joseph Edu also said that he was the one who brought Miracle. So at a point in time, the whole thing was becoming, murkier and murkier, and you don't know who to believe and who not to believe.
Sir Joseph Edu no so why?
Oh, he's the owner of Santa Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Santa. So he is involved in the company as Santa Power. Now, when it must be put on record that when you speak to Joseph Edu, he sounded quite convincing, rather compared to the other way, compared to David Asari, and then David Asari and this man, and then Philip Ayesu.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because Joseph Edu was able to show documents, listen, they are working on a financial package at some financial facility from a certain American company. I can't immediately recall the name, but if you give me some time, I could. But then you talk to this guy, you talk to David Asari. David says that he's hoping to use assets of ECG to go and procure a loan, to come and manage ECG.
And that's where you'll be able to me.
Exactly. I mean, even a kid can my 5-year-old kid can do that. You talk to Philip Ayesu. Philip Ayesu, I mean, sounded very disrespectful. He would not. I mean, it was like, listen, clear off. I won't talk to you. Today you book an appointment with him, he changes it. He'll say in a bar echo school. Another time, or free airport bar. Another time, or ball. Another time, or Kodikinke. I mean, it sounded very ridiculous. I mean, it was as though, hey. Well, you see, sometimes you need to, if things of this nature are involved with huge national interest, you need to, get down from your high horse, no matter how tall your horse is. So, with your platform, engage human beings. Okay, because there are interests at stake. But see, he sounded so because then he believed that, listen, it was a done deal and that he was okay. Nothing was going to change it. Was going to change the course of, the course of events. He sounded very arrogant. Let me put it that way. I mean, I won't talk to you. Another time, I won't talk to you. Another time, he's traveling. Another time, he's this. Another time, he's that. I mean, you can't treat a kid like you can't treat even a kid like that. Okay, so I mean, then we decided.
Larry, na baby aye duro no. Na first, money David Asaria or ye adwuma wo Zoom Lion.
Yeah.
Kasa ya was TG Energy Solutions ne dia. Na mubusa nso expertise was there bi o mbe fine expertise. Wono kra na di miracle fo ne ba ye financial muscles no horse there bi ene kakra adwene ene ye de be ye. Mu free wono mu sa call Philip Ayensu ho. Wono nse owner of the company.
Exactly.
And now Mubedru Joseph Edu ho Santa Power
Okay, so I mean, for I'm building upon that. All that has been established. Now let's go to a Japan Meister. So we decided to get a document reference and registering this particular company, which is TG Energy Solutions. Only for us to discover that Philip Ayesu is there, and then David Asari is also on that same company. So who exactly is the owner of these two companies? So we decided to confront with a Japan Master, MPP MP for second D. Now he then said, listen, it was David Asari who came to him to register the company for him. Really, he said yes. Any other person, he said no, and that David Asari is. We discovered that Ejapamaisa was a director of TG Energy Solutions. Ejapamaisa was also a secretary to TG Energy Solutions, and he had been the lawyer for the same company. There's also a certain Koko, Sophia Koko. Sophia Koko, we trace her, her connection to Dankwa Institute. Sophia Koko is a lawyer who presently works with Dankwa Institute, Gabi Asaro Chilakuni Dankwa Institute. We trace her connection also to Minka Premo law firm. Okay.
But maybe I deal with you. Yeah. Why don't you why was the need say obeye sa ube trace it to nipa krono say bia woni we na ye adwuma nipa kro belong to a political party name nke the substance of the issue.
You can't ignore the bits about you get it when I have told you about how a national asset was going, and that we noticed political interest. We noticed that people had no financial muscle. We noticed that people had no experience, and that due diligence weren't done. We noticed that some other companies had expressed interest in all this thing, and that they were being kicked off on the basis of the same conflict of interest. You understand? And so if you had done that, you had kicked out some other companies. These other companies that you are welcoming, as in MIDA, that's the Millennium Development Authority, that is welcoming. You should ensure that the how do you say that in Fee? Omohu niasem.
Omohu niasem, yeah.
Omohu niasem. But then what you do, and we were establishing the political connections, we were establishing the conflict of interest. And the conflict of interest also here is that Ejapamaisa, aside being the lawyer, who registered the company, he was also a secretary to the same company, and he was also a director of the same company. Beyond that, the company's address, registration address, or no Ejapamaisa ni law firm.
Mebo, no, we're secretary to the company.
Yes.
And now we're director of the company.
Yes, sir. And
also lawyer of the company.
The same company. And then on top of that, the company's registration address on paper, a Japanese and law firm.
Okay.
So, you are confused as to what is happening here. Again, on top of that, then a Japanese now sits in parliament as an MP representing the people of Second D, and approve of the same deal that he stood to benefit financially.
Now, Emram man who kwansa.
Look for the definition of conflict of interest.
Okay.
When you look for the definition of conflict of interest, you can get it. He had, an overwhelming interest when you flip it, those states or whatever you do. He had an overwhelming interest. The interest no so. Again, you see, there's something people are not getting. Anytime you pay, you pay electricity bill, okay, the chunk of it was going to end up in this guy's pocket. Anytime you pay electricity bill or somebody else pays electricity bill, it was going to end up in this guy's pocket. And so if they were coming to, on the basis of managing ECG, they should come with an overwhelming way experience and as a muscle, financial muscle and other things. You wouldn't have to be going through this. Meanwhile, long story short, we reported this, last year into this year and many other things and so on. Then finally, this document, this government directive about listen, they have suspended the transaction.
Yeah. Mu take the pain to contact Urua Ejapa Mesa Esquire. Now, on also non response is saying.
What he said, sir, he didn't see the conflict of interest. But you see, it is not for him to see it or not to see it.
But Oje to say Ampa or your secretary, or your director,
he admitted he was. Did he admit? He said he admitted he was a director. He was a lawyer who registered a company. I would have to, listen to the tape again. But Enra Minenenya way and Canterbury or CTFM, he admitted, sir, he's the secretary. He also admitted he was a director. He also admitted, sir, he's been a lawyer for the company, and that he was the one who registered the company. He's also admitted, said the registration, the company address, the law firm. And at the time, he was, as last year when we spoke to him, he was oh, wait, they're saying yesterday. Yeah, virtually flippantly as an NSA. But then he wanted to change the thing after the registration. Lawyers, and that is nothing really. And so now you're not doing some best. So at the time I was talking to him, he hadn't changed it. Okay, but then you what else?
Now, Obusane say, me ba jomo Obusane say, e kwan be no fa so e be di sa mu eye oreja premisa no kwan ba no fa so sa be di sa TG company no emu omo ne ba ne ho ana on move to the idea.
Or see David Asari ba ne also register company man. But I noticed that on Japan Mesa no he had been the lawyer from Zoom Lion. And additional checks I did, at the time, it shows he had been working with Zoom Lion for some time. So if David Asari works with Zoom Lion and I had worked with Zoom Lion, that is where the connection, was established. Which is here. That is where the connection, was established. And so he says that he came to. But then the point is that who owns that company? Is it David Asari and I said Philip Ayesu? Okay, and then who brought in Miracle? Who brought in, the other companies and so on, and also that why would Ejapa Mesa be lawyer on paper, be secretary of the same company, a director of the same company, and on top of that, his address, his law firm, becomes the official address of this same company. It sounds strange. And on top of that, then he sits in parliament as the rep of the people of Second D and approve of a deal that was to put money in his pocket.
As at that time,
you get what I'm saying?
As at that time, a document in the parliament, one parliament and take a casual look of those who are behind the company, as in owners near the day. Parliament now and take that due diligence and where's
I'm not a parliamentarian, with all due respect. But for a coming event, it shows. I've heard KT Hammond saying, "Oh, I didn't buy no, be more normal way. They were in charge of the Energy Committee of Parliament, Energy and Something Committee of Parliament. They raised red flags over it. KT Hammond, though, the chairman of that committee." They said they raised red flags over it. You waited until this time before you are telling us, listen, you raised red flags over it. You had approved of the deal. The thing was gone. Due diligence and so on weren't done. We kept, when you read some of our publications back then, and I say even into this year, we kept saying that due diligence, weren't done. Due diligence on part of government and due diligence on part of
Larry
Mida. Yeah, where
TG company no.
Yeah.
A coin ben wo mo fa so e be ka sa consortium a form PDS and so. Now who weaved that thing into such a fold of consortium?
Who did what?
Say what fair be what the TG Energy Company, what the way by no form consortium, ya be PDS. And no, why no the then I'm copy Musa.
I didn't check as to how TG came on board. Yes, I let me be frank with you. But what I noticed, I mean, what we picked up was that some of the companies involved in that deal were not, didn't have whatever it takes to take part in that transaction. And so we decided to investigate that particular one. So, I mean, as to how they came on board, whether, somebody brought them from wherever, and I said, what you could hear and say, listen, they were not part of the initial deal, and I said they had not been part of the transaction initially. But then, David actually says, he saw the thing and then he expressed interest. But this is David who claims to be the owner of that company. Then Philippa Yesu also comes and says that he's the owner of the same company. Do you get what I'm saying? So who are we to believe? David, or we are to believe Philippa Yesu? Or Ejapa Maisa, who says it was David Asari who came to him? And it's just you don't know where this whole thing is leading. You don't know who to believe in this. But to give out a national asset like ECG, and then these are the issues that you discover at the end of the day. And the fact that the thing was just being given. But you see, there is a critical point. Hello? There's a critical point that maybe a lot of us are overlooking. Has there been any audit now to find out how much money PDS has accrued?
As a sanka audit.
Yeah.
Now you want to say, Sika say and I could the PDS for them. A bread man.
Yes. The time I almost far, how much money had gone to them, and then what has been the management of that money. Because you can't bring nothing and take out a lot.
And I'm a Minister of Information about man, yes, one almost set a committee now 1 month within which to come out with what went where, what went wrong, what
did Kojo Ponkuman tell you who constitutes that committee?
There be. Okay. But almost on Qatar. US.
He should be telling you and I who constitutes that committee. If I were there, I mean, he didn't invite me, but he didn't invite the Herald. But if the Herald was there, would have asked him, Kojo, tell us who constitutes that committee. And if I'm sure that you can equally call him right now and find out who constitutes that committee.
Okay.
What is their mandate? Because there should be a benchmark through which we should mark them. A lot of things have happened in this country. Committees have been set. UK boss committee there were 3 committees actually. There was one that I said BNI had done that you and I, we didn't believe in. Then came another professor something committee that then there was a ministerial committee that we didn't believe in, and then there was a third committee. I think there's one that led by Senor Hosio there. So some other group. So. And then at the end of the day, the president came and cleared these people. Again, even Ayawaso West Wagon, we all watched it on television. Reports have been submitted. To date, no action has been taken on, commission's, report and so on. So if the government is telling us, you have said you've identified fraud, you have identified something criminality, and that people should even be arrested, investigated, arrested and prosecuted. And so if you are going out there to have an investigation done, you should be giving us who constitutes that committee, so that in case somebody had heard something, put us here, the person can quickly, push it to a member of that committee. Again, then you recall, Addison committee,
Yes.
That went to Dubai. To go and have fun and so on, came back in their reports, on Ameri. Whatever became of Ameri is, you and I, it's a public knowledge. And it was the same Ameri, that committee was sent there by Ejaku. They came back, and today Ejaku has been fired on the basis of Ameri. Do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of things, I don't want to try. I have doubts about the so-called committee. You don't suspend a company, and then now you said that you are investigating. You abrogate a contract, withdraw a license, and say you are now going to investigate in Qatar. What do you need from Qatar again? Documents are flying all around here. I mean, we have even some pasted on social media and so on from these same Qatarians or something. And so why are you going back there? They should just submit to you a report on whatever action they took. You don't need to travel to Qatar. Use taxpayers' money to go back to Qatar and do what?
Namibao. Say, and I'm say the terms of reference, their terms of reference. Any baby Qatar for one miracle for near the company be linked to that. If you asking one ko pay information free ho, when you ko US so ko pay USD no makan nyina bom. Oh, what's the me?
Very soon they'll end up in your village. Very soon they'll end up in your village. They'll end up in your village. I mean, if you had abrogated the thing, the Qatarians have also issued a statement. They are issuing statements and answering documents all over the place. Just get them. Oh, you guys, send them a mail. You guys, what is the basis of this action and so on? And then let them reply. And I'm sure that is enough for you. You don't have to take a delegation. A delegation of how many? And how much money are they going to spend? And for what, for what again? What are the terms? And I'm saying, who constitutes this Upon Nkrumah committee that is being said? There's something that people are not telling you, and that leads you and I to the issue about we wouldn't have known about this but for a fight within the ruling family.
Now mama idea we say me kaisa letter be a damenim written by lawyer Akoto Ampa, chairman of the negotiating committee, ECG PSP, and also now
is it written by Akoto Ampa? And I said it was written by Kenoforiata.
Kenoforiata. Yeah, Kenoforiata.
Yeah.
Now, Ochera was say, GP, I refer to the recent transaction pursuant to which Power Distribution Services Ghana Limited took over the operation and management of the electricity distribution business of the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited. Currently, 51% of the shares in PDS, the Ghanaian shareholding, are held individually by the following Ghanaian shareholders: GTS Power Limited 10%, Santa Power Limited 13%, and TG Energy Solutions 28%. Now when said you almost no just as will be a committee capital. Now you to be injected to electricity. Now if you more here no TG for Energy Solutions no any one more makano say no mu tuae.
We haven't come across anything that came from TG Energy Solutions.
Okay.
We haven't. But I was hearing Joy FM saying that they have actually made some payments, and I said they have shown some
commitment to be.
Commitment be. I'm yet to see that document and review it. And then, if possible, and make some meaning out of it. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that particular document. But you see, there's also another letter, which was written by Philip Ayesu, Joseph Edu, and one other, Frederick Esumeni or something. Read the Herald. We have mentioned, and that letter was dated February 7th. What? Hello.
Me was so meet you pa.
That letter was written in February, and that letter sought to change the shareholding structure of PDS. They were bringing in, the Ghana infrastructure way. The Ghana infrastructure way. institution B, which is state-owned. And they were also bringing Mr. Antonio Tinjeti into this particular transaction. And then another company in there that they were. So at every point in time, you notice a lot of things were happening in the company. So it wasn't like, okay, we had just passed it. But after the passage, in Parliament and then the takeover of ECG, things started happening. Changes were being done here and there, and I don't know what Parliament, the parliamentary procedure is, whether or not these guys were supposed to get back to Parliament and then have this whole thing ratified. And I said it was just something that, okay, it's been passed, so we can behind it we can do a lot of things. And this is where the Attorney General comes in, whether or not she's aware of some of these things that is happening, and I said they had, or she was unaware. She was unaware. But
I see.
It's not the same idea at all.
Now, when the last one cry, and then I will pay the other buy, will see greed and family fracas pops up in ECG PDS scandal. And also, a head in me.
Okay, so after the suspension, we decided to dig further, speak to our sources within, and so on. And we are told that the ruling family is split, with Ken Oforiatta leading one side, and then the Dankwa Institute people also leading another side. And it was the Ken Oforiatta group that eventually issued a statement, that called for the suspension. And what you pick up is it had to do with the distribution of the proceeds that were coming to PDS, and that's Obi in Sesikani and so on and so forth. And so that even led to the attempt to have this whole thing restructured and then fixing people who could benefit, and all manner of stories you hear as far as this whole transaction is concerned. But there's one key thing also which is popping up. Kelly Gajepo is the chairman of the ECG board. We are aware. Hello?
PTO.
Kelly Gajepo is the chairman of the ECG board, and it is ECG that is said to have done this particular investigation now. Then that they got to discover that due diligence, and I said certain payments hadn't been done. And I said the documents submitted as part of the security guarantee, were fake, and I said were forged. Now, Kelly Gajepo is a friend to Ken Oforiatta. Indeed, they have business interests together, the enterprise group. And for the management of ECG couldn't have done this particular investigation, and I said due diligence, without Kelly Gajepo's knowledge and without the knowledge of Ken Oforiatta. You understand what I'm saying? Hello?
Meet you, Paminia. Nananya, ya fuko. Asam. Na menya dai. Asam ni wa minti kabi. Aha, minti kabi. Na me ma wodi nsam ni nyina egu ho wi a na eja ya hwe de ebesi akiri. Ebehi ese eja.
You have a situation where Kelly Gajepo couldn't have done this particular investigation without the knowledge, of.
Na where the sanka ya do me mami bi kura nka me kametumi ayo.
Who's it?
Me say sa managing ECG no me ade say me management.
What on Bob da?
What's it?
What on Bob da?
Some one bachelor expertise in the Kabako Faba.
The different words and so on. You need for a room and as a bath house, a bedroom.
Meaning boy be talk on when you bob when my pan comes in the ball cantamanto.
I mean, on a more serious note, there's why would MIDA, that led by Mr. Martin Benjamin, fail to do some of this thing, do the background check on this company?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why would they? You know, when we started this story last year, I mean, we had some contact from the Americans, the American embassy, and that we had published a story with regards to this particular thing, and that what were the issues, and that their attention had been drawn to it. What were the issues? So we explained to them, and then we left it like that. But I mean, to understand, the Americans showed interest. Meanwhile, Mida, which is here and reading these stories, I'm aware they were reading because they started contacting journalists not to, respond, not to, run our stories and answer, not to discuss the stories. Now, the American embassy was interested. Mida wasn't interested. Meanwhile, what do they have to hide? And so I started with Ben Boache, the ASEP guy, who is saying that, listen, people at Mida should be interdicted. You can't have them in these positions and then still expect them to do due diligence. They should come and tell us why. And national assets was being handed over to a group of people who, you failed to do due diligence on. And this, claim by Kojo Opon Nkrumah said it's a continuous due diligence. I mean, that he's just calling us fools. Continuous due diligence. You handed over an asset to somebody, and the person is making money out of it, charging fees. I mean, almost by you said they pushed. Listen, they pushed for the latest increment of electric power. They pushed for it. This PDS people, and they started way back. They wanted to do this in December. Now the guys had issues there. Listen, we couldn't do that, and the presidency just keep quiet, delay the thing a little, and then eventually it will be. So after the December, then they slammed the increment. And all that. You were interested in raising revenue, but you are not interested in doing due diligence on the company that is going. So then it fits into the narrative that, listen, it was greed. It is confusion over money and other things which has brought us here. But for this confusion, listen, there was something wrong with it. Oh, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I'm sure if you keep your ears on the ground, you also hear some of them.
Marty.
I know you have the capacity to.
Marty.
Unless, of course, you are pretending.
Oh, sir.
And I said, you are playing the devil's advocate.
Yeah. Now, my friend, am I heading commercially? Why? And we actually. Why? Hi, Larry. Me that's bye. Okay, 101.7 is in the Larry Dogbe, editor in chief, Emma Herald, the Bocratano, and Menena Aggregate and Comono.
Okay, FM 101.7.